Welcome to Online WHS tutorials. In this tutorial, you will learn how to actually build an induction and how to use the induction matrix. The induction builder can be found in the site safety section. Select Add Induction. You can relate induction to a site or position or an external course, but let's just do a site and position at the moment. Select a site. You can relate the induction to an activity machine or chemical, and it will be seen in those registers, but that is a future upgrade. Now let's enter the induction name. Type in the introduction slide, usually obviously the induction name again. It's a good idea to resize this. Select 72, looks neat. You could actually insert your company logo underneath you. Set an induction pass mark. You can allow a person to have numerous attempts. That's for companies who actually don't want to keep on assigning inductions if a person has just failed one question. Having 3 attempts, the best thing for you to do then is, if the person has failed the 3 attempts, you can actually get the system to notify you that they've failed 3 times by selecting your name from this list here. And then you would sit down in consultation with them and go over what they actually are doing right and what they're doing wrong. You can actually make no slides or no questions on the slide, and it'll actually just highlight that initial introduction slide. You could do that a lot for, say, for an example, safety videos on certain machinery, that instead of being induction, it's just a little safety video. They can watch this via a QR code and they complete their pre-start checklist, etc. You can also select that you can be notified that the induction has been completed, and it will notify this person selected. You can add attachments to the inductions, or more information if you wanted to, and you can add as many as you wish. Just make sure that it's a document type allowed. But in this induction, we're not going to do it. Most of the time you won't need it. You can select if you want to make it public. Public means that this induction will automatically create a QR code, and once scanned will bring up the induction on that person's mobile phone. If it's something the general public can see, the answer is no, you do not want your employee list to be seen on the form. But it's something that the general public cannot see, just your employees, the answer would be yes. Let's select no at the moment. Select submit. The induction name will now be seen in your induction register. Next thing to do is select manage and build your induction. You've got your title of your induction. There's numerous ways you can actually build an induction inside the system. You can enter text. You can actually copy text and paste inside. You can copy data from another document. Just make sure you select Ctrl V when pasting into the panel and select clean. Then update this accordingly. You can relate a question to this slide and put as many options for answers inside here as you wish. Just make sure to select one correct answer. You can add as many questions as you want to this original slide, but let's select add another slide. This time we're going to insert a picture. A good tool like Snagit is a great capture tool. So if you've got any kind of PowerPoint presentations or anything like that, instead of you don't upload the whole PowerPoint presentation, you would snag each slide and save each slide as slide 1, slide 2, whatever it may be. Go back to your induction builder and select the picture icon. Insert that picture by just double clicking on that picture. You can expand that picture to suit the frame, and then you would enter your questions underneath. Another way you can do it is actually by video. You can do a videotape of, say for an example, some of your employees using a certain machine and go over the pre-start checklist, because this induction will automatically create a QR code that you can place on the machinery. There's lots of great videos online that you can actually access. Just make sure you got permission previously. All you need to do is copy the URL and come back here and hit the insert video and insert. And you've created your own online e-learning module in seconds. Build questions, but with say videos you can actually build multiple questions if you wanted to a certain video, so they can actually watch the entire video before actually answering these questions. You can delete a question if you wanted to as well, then select update. Your induction is now completed. If you select on this view icon, you can actually see your complete induction, and the system will automatically put this in a nice neat format that you can actually print out as a PDF. But it's also created the QR code for this individual induction with the name of the induction on it. Because you've made it public, you could put that QR code around your facility, and when scanned, open up this induction on their mobile phone, or you can print it out as a PDF for a classroom format. If I select view, you can actually view the induction you've created just to see if it's okay and it's nice and neat. If it wasn't, you go back to the manage section and just update it to suit. The induction that you've actually created will automatically be inserted into the induction matrix. You now can assign it to an individual employee, multiple employees, or a whole wide range. You can do it by name, position, by site, qualifications, or permission levels. And the system will filter depending on what you've actually selected. Then you can assign all to that filtered position. This icon here will assign everyone that's been filtered in that line. This will be assigned to everybody, but also send them an email. This icon will actually clear everyone in that line. But you can also assign an induction via the manage icon. This will highlight all the inductions inside the induction register. All you need to do is select the assign button by due date, and you can have a review date. The system will highlight the due date, the assign date, and the review date, and also highlight the completed date. These icons here are highlighting that this position needs to undertake these inductions. That's via the organisational position section. If you select edit next to a position and tick the boxes, it'll automatically put these icons here next to that position if that employee has been related to that position. You can assign all the inductions in this register by hitting that icon, or assign the inductions needed by selecting the assign induction needed icon. Once assigned, it'll actually be highlighted as orange inside the system. If an induction is overdue or has passed the review date, it'll actually be highlighted as red. When induction is completed, it'll be highlighted as blue, but will go back to red after it reaches the review date, if a review date was set. And also an induction will be highlighted yellow if the person needs to be assigned that induction via the training needs analysis and organisational position section. Let's assign the induction we actually have just created to an employee. When an employee is assigned their induction, they can actually complete it via their portal, either selecting my induction icon or via their to-do list. They select on the icon next to the to-do list, and it'll take them to the list of all the inductions that are outstanding. If an induction has been completed, it will not be highlighted in this list. If an induction has been completed and failed, and it only was assigned one time, it will be taken out of this list. But if an induction has been completed and they failed and they had 3 attempts, it will stay there for the 3 attempts. When induction hits the review date, it'll also be seen here. Employee just selects on that and then undertakes the induction. When induction is completed, it'll actually highlight the score the employee actually achieved. If they had multiple attempts, they could click this icon here to undertake it again. They can sign on screen. They can also see what they answered right or wrong, especially if they got multiple attempts. It'll help them learn where they went wrong. They can save signature. It automatically takes the induction out of that list as it's completed. The completed induction can now be seen in the induction matrix as blue. If there was a review date set, it would go back to red when that review date was reached. All completed inductions are actually highlighted in the employee's view section and view history. Here you can see all the inductions the employees completed, time and date, and you can even select on the induction to see what they answered right or wrong. Print that out and sit down in consultation if needed. I hope that helps you understand how to actually build an induction and use the induction matrix and assign induction to an employee.